really ain't shit. I'm not sure if anybody watched the All-Star Weekend.
I don't care about nothing on the All-Star Weekend besides my man Steph Curry shooting from damn near Uganda and turning around before it's going in. All right, yeah, Steph, we knew you could shoot, bro. We know you got the range.
That was disrespectful.
How many years can he continue to do?
Bro, like 16 threes?
What do you have? He ended with like 50 something?
50 on a dot. And I'm tired of hearing.
Somebody
I don't want to hear no. Bro, they had hands up. And
it wasn't.
No, I'm about to get into that. I'm tired of people giving me Steph Curry compared to whoever.
Yeah,
those
days are over.
There is no competition, bro. I have never seen a guard or anybody get double teamed in an All-Star game.
And I was one of those people that I always gave Steph Curry hell. Like I could not ever stop comparing him to somebody. But I wouldn't even say the All-Star game proved that to me. I want to say I probably gave that shit up when he probably like a couple years ago. But
I ain't gonna lie, if you told me that 3 years ago, I'd be like, you're on dick. You're wildin'. I don't care what you say, Steph will never compare to blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. It's getting harder and harder to say that. You've never seen anybody shoot like this in your life, and I don't care who you're talking about.
You're lying. And that goes back to what I was saying about Tom Brady. Like, when Steph Curry retired, fam, you're gonna hear it from me. Sorry. I don't care who you compare
the greatest
to.
Shooter the greatest shooter ever
right now. Ever
and he's got years and years and years.
Exactly.
At what point do y'all think y'all can make or debate Steph Curry being the best player at that position?
Point guard of our time?
When he steps his defense up. Then we can talk.
His defense ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not good.
His defense is not bad.
Yeah,
like he had.
Okay, but let's stop right here. If you want to compare it, you don't have to go long, but compare it to other. Let's just randomize some other point guards that might have decent defense.
Steve Nash, Magic Johnson.
Okay. Not mad at that.
Who else am I thinking of? Gary Payton.
Oh my gosh,
Tim
Hardaway.
A lot of
so we're on old heads, but maybe try to think
Nobody's
of
in this era, really.
Nowadays, who has lockdown D?
Patrick Beverly be punching on folk.
Yeah, that
kind of get away with it.
I can't put him in this conversation.
But he's not even close.
In
the conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
I think nowadays it's an offensive game anyway. So
for sure.
You're not gonna find anybody that's like Gary Payton.
Yeah,
or
that's
Tim
what I'm
Hardaway.
saying. If you look at
that's what I was
saying.
saying.
Elite guards defense, shitty.
Yeah.
John Morant, Kyrie, freaking
James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook. Even though you're having a horrible year offensively too, but we're not going to get on.
He's not winning in anything.
Bro, wait, did you see the video of Bull trolling Russell Westbrook? He called him Russell Westbrook, and he turned around, and Bull turned around, and Russell was just so angry, like he could see it in his face.
Nah, I didn't see.
He's gonna end up punching on somebody soon. Here,
like he called him Russell Westbrook, and somebody else was recording. And the guy that was recording was like, yo, bro, it's just a joke. But, like, he was snapping. Like, Russell was just like, bro, what the blah? He was just going off. That shit was pretty funny.
Man's having a bad
His feelings is hurt.
We'll take him over Boston.
Oh, my God.
We'll take him.
Yeah, we'll take him. Ooh, actually.
We'll take him.
Speaking of Boston, actually, I don't know if I'll take him.
I'm like,
we'll take him.
You ain't see my
face. He gonna get right.
Far away from me.
He gonna get right. It's fine.
I'm about to say, I just gave him Dragic. Y'all want him?
We didn't have Dragic all year.
Really?
We haven't had him since last year.
Who started?
He was
Kyle Lowry was starting.
I forgot.
Kyle Lowry got hot.
Kyle
Lowry was hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Gabe Vincent was starting, I believe. He's been a bucket this year. Chill off my young bull. Gabe Vincent been getting to it. I think Game's first game, I think he had like 30.
God damn.
His first game
No, I
started.
definitely have heard that name before. I just can't picture like what he looks like.
Yeah, actually, all of our people who are supposed to be nobodies, like there are games where they got to start because of injuries. Because we've been battling injuries horribly all year.
Yeah.
But like everybody who's supposed to be a nobody, when they had a starting game, they went stupid. I'm like, yo,
we
really do have a full squad.
Plan.
Yeah,
like a game plan.
Shout out to Spo, bro, coach of the year. I don't care what nobody says.
For sure. Going back to what Bird was saying about the Celtics, we ain't taking Russell.
Yeah.
But I also stumbled upon JJ Redick. He has a podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. I never seen it yet.
And he had
it's like sports dudes on it, right?
Yes, yeah. And he had Jason Tatum on there, and it was I just watched a small clip. I didn't watch the whole podcast, but they have a clip on why the 2019 Boston Celtics didn't work out with Kyrie, and Jason Tatum had a little bit of feedback on it, which I thought was, what he said was obvious, but what he said to me that what I wanted to highlight is player egos in the locker room, because that's pretty much what he was saying. You have a star, you're the star of the Boston Celtics, you and Jalen and Marcus Smart, you guys are going crazy, and then all of a sudden you add an all-star that kind of you force-feed him the ball more, but really you're used to having the ball. So that was his whole take, which I thought was pretty interesting, that not a lot of sports players talk about, you know what I mean, like ego, like, yo, I'm the number one player here, and we end up getting a superstar player here that the coach and now the whole organization wants to fund the ball through him. Now every time I get the ball, I don't give a fuck if I'm shooting 1 for 18. I'm shooting it. I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot in the NBA that people don't notice. Like, look at the
nowadays.
Like, the Nets just broke up because Harden wanted what? ISO ball. He used to give me the ball. I'm a tween, step back, travel, and shoot in your face.
Also, he's the kind of guy where if he doesn't have 45 points, he thinks he has a bad game.
Yeah.
So you get a couple.
But that's an ego thing.
Yeah, you get a couple 29-point games, and he's like, God, they played shitty. And then he starts missing shit.
Right.
Yeah, so
that's where it gets tricky.
I just thought that was a good conversation.
I definitely got to listen to that too.
Yeah, check it out. It's really good.
I watched one episode. I forget who was on it.
They just had like the whole damn near Celtics roster. They had Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum on there.
So the importance.
Yeah. Fuck out of here, bitch. For the most part, I mean, going back to what I was saying about the NFL, I think NBA All-Star Weekend is kind of over. The highlight was the game, the All-Star Game. Probably the worst dunk contest ever.
That dunk
motherfuckers was leaving the arena.
Shitty.
Three-point competition. I watched fucking CJ. Cat one. I watched CJ fold. I thought him or Trae Young would have won.
You would think.
CJ fucking folded. Trae Young was just having fun. He was the next up. No, actually, the boy that we be betting on. What's his name? Luke Kennard.
He got a ratchet.
He was like, it was. I think he came in second. He came in second, and then Trae Young was third.
I'm not even mad at Cat winning, only because he actually is the leading big man in 3-point percentage.
Right.
Well, he said he was coming out to prove a point. And
because that was the first thing he said.
Cat can shoot his ass off, so whatever.
He beat a lot of them.
He beat guards. Word.
So,
I watched. I didn't watch the full skills drawing, but I do like how they do the skills drawing, like the 3-man team, like that. But the Giannis brothers, for all y'all to be 6 foot and y'all can't make a floater from right here, fam, all y'all. Every single one of y'all brothers could not make one. I said, wow, this is crazy. So they folded. And again, probably the worst dunk competition of all. In the middle of the dunk competition, I'm watching the feed, and people are like, yo, where's Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine? Like, niggas was that
Everybody
soft.
was just playing replays of the
yo, it was that
16,
bad.
Whatever it was, 17.
I did like the little 75th anniversary of the NBA, honoring the 75 best players, I want to say. We got a great picture of LeBron and Michael. That was a great picture. I'll enter it right here. Which brings up a topic that I thought about. I was listening to, this is a while ago, Joe Budden podcast, and they were talking about, looking at reality, and they were saying pretty much like, yo, when you look up, a lot of the biggest artists that you know, Drake, Cole, Kendrick, they're going to be retiring soon. And you can kind of see it now. Everybody's kind of really slowing down. They're taking 4 to 5 years, 2 to 3 years to drop projects. So when I seen that LeBron James, Michael Jordan picture, I was like, wow, that conversation hit with me, which is, in a couple years, not couple, because obviously Brian wants to stay until his son gets there, which is fire in my opinion, but fam, you think we're all in our 20s, in another 20 years, a name like LeBron or Michael Jordan might not be mentioned. These kids don't do their research, bro. They do not, and that's like crazy for me.
I mean, we still know
20
like
years. I would say
Frazier
20 years.
and shit
Bron
like that.
is definitely gonna be mentioned.
Bron, but Michael Jordan. Anybody from that era. And
Jerry
I'm not even
West.
talking. I'm not even, bro. I'm not even talking about